Yo, Rap Grid, what's up? It's the Rec. I'm here with another blog. I told you I was gonna keep it coming. We just had URL's redemption. I wanted to do this blog immediately after, but I was getting a bunch of other interviews that hopefully y'all enjoying and watching right now. About to get up with DNA and K-Shine, so that's gonna be interesting series of interviews. But let's get into it real quick. So First of all, before I even get into it, I want to say something. I touched on the whole analyst angle before, and I really think that battlers just need to know if you feel like they won or lost. There's too much sugarcoating. There's too much, I mean, you might have got it, when you know damn well someone lost. So I'm here to tell the battlers that I'm gonna keep it real with you and tell you if I think you lost or not. And but I'm only doing it because I want these cats to get better. If you got a bunch of yes men in your corner, you'll be rapping the same for the next 22 years. So let's get into it. So the first battle of the night was Top Busy versus Shotgun Suge. Now everybody was saying, oh, Shotgun Suge 3-0, Shotgun Suge. I can't lie, that was probably Shotgun Suge's best performance ever. He went crazy. He did some shit where he was saying that T-Top's mom was a crackhead and how he was serving her. She dive in head first to the coke like a scuba diver. She called me and I pull up faster than an Uber driver. And he had like a whole scheme and he was delivering it crazy. That was dope. But everything Suge said was basically hitting. And so a lot of people did say 3-0. It could be 3-0, but I honestly would probably say 2-1 because T-Top's first round was crazy, and he was. I didn't know T-Top really as a schemer, but he was saying some crazy schemes and he was doing some crazy wordplay that a lot of people weren't hanging on to. But his first round was very, very tough. So I thought to myself that in the moment, because Shotgun Suge went second, a lot of people might edge it to him because the crowd was more on his side. But I'll say Suge got it 2-1 with T-Top taking the first. And don't think that T-Top slouched in the battle because he was hot. It was a great battle to begin the event off with. But yeah, Suge got it. I think Suge definitely got it. On camera, I think T-Top might look really good though, so I might be able to see some T-Top fans being like, oh, T-Top might have got it when it came out. But if he was there, some people Suge 3-0. I say Suge 2-1 over T-Top. I'm looking at my Rap Grid notes right here on Twitter right now, going back through the bars and shit. So we got second battle of the day. Where is it? I'm fucking up right now. Alright, so we got Chilla Jones versus Prep. Yo. So Shotgun Suge had his best performance. Chilla might have had his like defining moment in that battle. Before my predictions, I said that I give Chilla the edge, and that's mainly because on someone like Prep's level, when you're coming out of proving ground and you're someone who hasn't battled on a stage a lot in front of a big crowd of people, it's not always about just being nice and having the hottest bars, which Prep said in his post interview. It's about really knowing how to control a crowd. And the lyrics that Prep was saying weren't really crowd pleasers, and the crowd was getting bored with him because it's like, you got a 3-minute round. That seems like forever in the moment. And you gotta say something at least every 20-25 seconds to get their attention. And Prep hasn't really mastered the art of that yet, so it was very hard for him in the first 2 rounds. And Chilla was just killing it. He started off killing it from beginning to end. People were heckling Prep. He got booed at certain points, but there's a couple things Prep did that I want to touch on. In Prep's second round, he did this thing where he was talking about how people say how he dresses in bow ties and how he looks funny and all this other shit, but he like had people come out like do Chilla's measurements and like bring him clothes like he was trying to get dressed at the store, and he was saying like Chilla can't dress and like, what did you, about a 38? Well, da-da-da-da-da. His man brought out like the rack of clothes on his arm and the crowd went crazy. That shit was hot, but it was just overshadowed by really people booing him and stuff at the end of the day. And I believe in Chilla's third round, he had some shit about like some Brandon Lee line, and he was saying, he said, so Prep's name is Brandon, and he had said a line like it's funny how Nunu's your manager and she hardly knows anything about Brandon, because he was saying he was gay and she didn't know he was gay. And I think Chilla's whole third round was full of like gay jokes, but it was mad funny and he was attacking it like different, you know what I mean? And you hear Poison Pen in the background breaking open chips and shit.
I can't tell you about the battle because I ain't go.
Yo,
I didn't get inside.
Poison Pen didn't make it inside, but that's a whole nother story.
So I let the rec do the recap while I sit here off camera eating potato chips and drinking Jameson.
But me and Penn is going to do some other blogs too. So, but he didn't get in. Ask him about that. He'll do a blog about that. But yeah. So Chilla, his third round, he was hitting Prep with gay jokes. Then I guess Prep was messing with a girl named Daisy or whatever, and Chilla did this whole Disney scheme. But it was like he said a hot punchline and people reacted, but then he brought it back like someone said say it again, and he said it again, but it was like he was hearing all different bars the second time he said it. Like he was saying the sentences differently, and you was hearing different parts of the Disney scheme. So people were going nuts. That was like, it's over, it's out of there. So then he ended it where he had some shit like how Prep was fucking with Daisy and how he was gonna shoot them both, and when I put your bow on her head, tell Daisy duck, and like after that shit was, that was like the exclamation point on the shit. So the craziest thing, I'm back looking at my bars again, is that so you think Prep's done? You're like, Prep is gonna get booed the third round, Chilla 3-0, super body bag, you know what I mean? So Prep comes back. Now Prep did a interview on Rap Grid where he said that his freestyle and rebuttal game is top 5 all time. Everybody gave him shit for it. Prep's too cocky. But yo, now Chilla goes, should I give Brandon leeway or just do him in the Brandon leeway? Everybody goes crazy when he says that. Prep comes back, does this whole scheme. You don't know where he's going with it. And the last bar of it is, he's like something, and so this is something that you gotta know. You had a Brandon Lee bar, your first one's but your last dragon, so how you got the glow? The crowd exploded. It's like, in that moment, Prep's freestyle was so perfect that the crowd just exploded like back to his side. Like he wasn't gonna win, but you was kind of like, damn, he might make it a 2-1, and he might have everyone talking about his last round being crazy. Then he came back and he had another rebuttal line. I think it might have been something about the Daisy thing. I forget what it was. And then he jumped into like 5 or 6 hot punchlines and it fizzled out a little bit after that. But even though Prep lost, definitely 3-0, it was kind of bad. But just seeing him do that freestyle and getting that reaction was crazy, because that was one of the most craziest reactions of the night. So Chilla Jones, 3-0 on that. Next battle was Tay Roc and Brizz Rawsteen. The first round, it was hot. Tay Roc, yo, the crowd loved Tay Roc, man. And Tay Roc was really getting off. But I think the battle was looking kind of even in the beginning. There was an issue. I had to go downstairs to the VIP. I tried to get on the side of the stage, couldn't really get there. So my man John was holding down the Rap Grid tweets while he was doing that. So I really only saw like the first half of the battle, and it looked pretty even. And a lot of people were saying, I heard people saying 2-1 either way, or was even. I heard some people saying it was the best battle of the night as far as you know, how close it was and the back and forth. So I can't call that one just because I didn't see the whole thing. Alright. Then we have Dot versus Bill Collector. Alright. The best way for me to explain the battle is this. Bill Collector went first, I believe. Bill Collector goes strong round. Bill Collector's whole performance was strong. You know what I mean? It was dope. He did a lot of different shit. Smack goes, Dot, it's on you, first round. Dot goes, I drop classics after classics after classics. Crowd explodes. Oh! And from that point on, I honestly accepted to myself, because at first it was funny. It was like, you kind of laugh at Dot. Oh, what's he doing? He's reaching, he's stretching, but this is kind of funny. But Dot had so much reaction. He had the best reactions of the night. He had the crowd electrified. Like, electrified. It's like Stone Cold was in the ring busting cans over his head and The Roc came down and you hear The Roc says, you know what I mean? That's what it was. And the crowd, that's what it was like when Dot was rapping the whole time. Dot had a line where he said, My gun's so big it come with a kickstand. I gotta stand to kick it. It do jujitsu. And somebody said, yo, don't you throw niggas in jujitsu? It didn't matter. The crowd was like, oh, jujitsu. You know what I mean? Dot's whole performance was one big reaction. And like he even said, like, people have heard Street Fighter douse some lines a million times, but Dot had just said, I'm a street fighter. Even though I reach, I still spit fire. That's Dawsome, nigga. And the crowd, I went crazy. I was like, oh, I heard that Dawsome line before, but the nigga acknowledged he reached. You know what I'm saying? His shirt said Reach God, G-A-W-D. Somebody told me, I think it was Goods or somebody, was like, yo, even his shirt was a reach. You know what I'm saying? See what Dot did was he embraced that whole character that people made him out to be, instead of trying to fight it and saying like, no, you don't understand my bars, da-da-da. He just embraced it and was like, fuck it. And like, to be honest, he looks like a star right now. And I think off of entertainment and value alone, he might be a star because the crowd loved him. There was genuinely people running around going like, yo, I don't understand what he's talking about, but I love him, he's fire. So I mean, he's winning. You know what I mean? Bill Collector was even like what the hell am I supposed to do? But Bill Collector, on the same hand, I think the one thing I would say about him is if he could have been as ridiculous as Dot was and went a little bit over the top, and it would have been, the whole battle altogether might have been a little more entertaining, because Bill Collector, he raps a lot and he's technically a lot better than people like to realize. But if I was him, I just would have went more silly with it and said nonsensical shit, because he said some silly shit and it got crazy reaction because Dot was being so crazy. And Bill Collector did some shit where he was like, I'll snipe you from Tokyo, I'll snipe you from here. But he was like moving throughout the crowd, moving through the people on the stage, sniping over people's shoulder. That shit was crazy. I think that was Bill Collector's best bar. And I can't even, to be honest with you, with the way Dot was battling, you can't judge that, because lyrically, of course, I'm going to say Bill Collector won. But because Dot was just saying a lot of random stuff, but it was so entertaining. But I can't judge that because it's like, I almost feel like Dot is trolling, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know, but that battle was mad entertaining. I can't wait to watch that on camera. Dot is fucking hilarious. So yeah, that battle had everybody won with that battle and shit. Alright, now we got, alright, you got Chess and Steams versus DNA and K-Shine. Before the battle, I say, yo, Chess and Steams, how do you feel about the people that are gonna say, you guys don't have the teamwork, you guys don't know how to do a 2-on-2? Steams told me, like, look, man, people don't understand how our teamwork is gonna work together, but we know, just trust me, it's gonna be crazy. So I trusted him after that, and he told me that he was a big fan of Marvin Quest, so shout out to them, because they obviously one of the best 2-on-2 teams ever, and people should get more recognition now that it's popping again. So the first round, Chess and Steams was killing it. Like, technically they rhymed. It was like Steams was saying the setup bars and Chess would come in with the hot punchlines, and it's like the way they was working together as a team was fire. Like, they wrote it in a way that they finished each other's sentences the whole time. Like, usually people have teamwork, but there will be a part of time where you isolate yourselves just because the writing might be easier. It's like they took the hard route writing it and did every single sentence together. People were blown away by their teamwork. DNA and Shine go first. Their round is crazy. Just what you would expect from K-Shine and DNA in that situation. There's people in the crowd like, classic, this is a classic, first 2-on-2 classic. So you like, oh, like, please keep it up. Second round, Chess and Steams is going. It got a little slow at one point, but I think Chess was delivering some crazy punchlines. What happened was Steams, he stumbled, and Steams, the crowd was so into it that when he stumbled, people was like, oh, it was like a loud ass reaction. So then he stumbled like 3 or 4 more times, but this was all like a 15-second thing. It wasn't that long. So he ended up getting a line out. Then Chess came back doing his thing. You know how Chess moves, and he just cake life. Crazy. He came back with like 3 or 4 punchlines. Crowd got into it, and I think he felt like he kind of had to overcompensate because Steams had to stumble, so he was trying to get more into it, and you know they was sweating. It was crazy in there. So when he got up close to Shine, I think his face kind of hit Shine's. I would have to see it again, but his face kind of hit Shine's, and like, you know, like, you ain't gonna do and his face wiped off of him. I don't know if it was a mixture of him hitting him with his head and his face being sweaty, but K-Shine kind of like, get off me, like pushed him and moved his head, like head butted him at the same time. Chess goes flying. Like, Chess is only 17, man, and we know he's skinny, so he goes flying. I don't know if he almost fell off the stage. Big scuffle busts out. Beasley starts grabbing people. Smack is grabbing. Everybody's grabbing somebody. You know what I'm saying? The girls are running to the side of the stage. It's crazy. It's pandemonium. But Chess and DNA were gonna. I mean, my bad. DNA and K-Shine were gonna come and finish the battle, and I think Steams wanted to do it, but Chess was really upset. Like, Chess was like, "Yo, I'm punching him if I see him again. I can't do it." Like, you could tell Chess was really, really upset by what happened. He was like, "Ain't no more battle. Ain't no more battle. Why would you do that?" And you know, at first my thoughts on it, and I'm gonna ask K-Shine this. My thoughts on it was, I mean, you can't fucking like hit somebody with your face and headbutt them. Like, battle is already an intense situation, you know what I'm saying? Especially with New York dudes, you know what I mean? So it's like, I mean, I guess, I don't know. But, I mean, think about it, it's like, yo, Chess is 17, he's not there to fight. Why would you do that? You know what I mean? I don't know. So, luckily the venue didn't get shut down because nobody really got punched. So, Danny Myers and T-Rex was after that. I can honestly say Danny Myers was, Danny Myers is a crazy dude, man. I believe Danny went first. Danny did go first. So Danny goes, and he basically, there's one line I'm gonna tell you guys, but Danny goes, and at first, while he's setting up his bars, you can kind of see how people in the crowd are kind of like, "Boo, get this LA nigga the fuck off the stage. Boo, this is smack nigga, go back to LA." But as he started getting together, maybe about 15 seconds in, he delivered 1 or 2 punchlines, and the crowd reacted. So it's like, damn, they fucking with Danny, and you already know they love T-Rex. So it's like, damn, this might be a good one if T-Rex comes back. So the thing that really set the tone for the whole battle is, I'm gonna make up the setup line because I don't remember what he said, but Danny Myers said some shit. Something, nephew, nigga. You died on the same day as your nephew, nigga. Yo, Rap Grid tweeted that out. It was the most tweeted bar. It was mad disrespectful. Man, the crowd roared. Like dot performance level roar. You know what I'm saying? The crowd roared when Danny said that, and it was like, it was on and popping. You know, like Danny set the bar so high with that round. And yo, that line was so crazy. Of course, RIP, but that line was nuts. Like, that's, and it's crazy that, you know, you say in a battle anything goes, and T-Rex, you know, T-Rex took it like a champ. He didn't say nothing. He didn't even really make a face, but it was just kind of like, damn, you went there. So Danny's first round, fire. T-Rex went for T-Rex first round. Me and Surf was talking about it on the side of the stage. T-Rex first round I thought was fire too, but some people were saying Danny was on a higher level, and then Suge come out like, nah, yo, Rex is winning. Rex is winning. So I don't, let's just say the first round was a tie. You know what I mean? Second round, Danny came back. Second round was probably Danny's weakest round. Rex came back. It was cool. I heard some people even saying 2-0 Rex at that point. But I don't know. But I had the feeling that even though people were saying it was close next to me, I had the feeling that Danny was edging it. But the third would be like the battle defining round. You know what I'm saying? But I felt like Danny was getting it at that point. Danny's third round was so crazy. I'm not gonna look up the bars he said in that round, but it was so crazy. Nunu called time because he was going for so long, and the crowd was like, what, boo? So it's funny because they was trying to boo Danny in the beginning, and it went to them booing Nels because she called time. You know what I mean? On Danny, he was, oh, his third round was crazy. He was saying all kind of shit, like his uncle, like, oh, like, you don't think I've been through nothing? My uncle jumped off the 15th floor when I was little. I got stories, nigga. That shit was funny. But Danny's energy was crazy. I think they would like to see him back on Smack again. And I remember T-Rex's third round was kind of underwhelming. So I think pretty much everyone gave the battle to Danny. I mean, Suge might have gave it to T-Rex because he was saying 2-0. But yeah, I think the general consensus is that Danny Myers got that. So yeah, that's my URL redemption review. I spoke for long as hell, but hopefully you know, you can see my excitement from being there, and you can kind of get a feel for how it was at the event, because you know they don't have any pay-per-view. Go on to rapgrid.com. Matter of fact, go to twitter.com/rapgrid, RAPGRID, just like the watermark on the video in one of these corners, and look at the lines. You'll see all the bars from each and every battle. And yeah, holla, salute, thank you. And yo, shout out to Rex for wearing the Battle Rap General hat, Battle Rap General Rap Grid hat. He had the Dot Mob shit on the inside and everything. He got a crazy reaction in the first round and threw that shit. So congratulations to the proud new owner of a Dot Mob / Rap Grid hat. Holla.